Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. I'm Elijah, and this is the message that the Lord God has given unto me, give unto you. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. Now, I found Malachi chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. Of course, I want to tell you to read Malachi chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. And the prophecy start in Haggai. And until I will send Elijah to you before great breath of the Lord should turn the hearts of children back to father hearts back to the children, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse. I found in Malachi chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. Forgive me. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. I found in Zechariah chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. That I can give them. Starting off late and I'm going to be all right, but just starting off late. Not used to this time start. I found in Malachi chapter 4, verses 5 and 6. Chapter 4, verses 5 and 6. And then he told you this. He said, yeah, well, he said Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. Say, behold, I will send my messengers to prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom you seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom you delight in the holy shall come, say the Lord of hosts. So that's found in Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. God forgive me, I'm running late today. No, I can't say late. I can do it any time I want, but I prefer the morning now. Yeah, I do, but I know I can't always have it my way. But this that I'm giving to you is so important because, like I told you, when you told me, too big, boy, 2 billion people, man. It's a lot of people that changed everything. That changed everything. So let's go. That head dreams from last night. Yeah, well, that head dreams from last night. Let's see if I haven't told you everything. All right, here we go. Here we go. Well, this is going to read it. I was staying at this house with this woman and her children. They had an elder son. The man that I was with was there on a mission. I was watching her, thinking that she was there for to do me something. One room, it had the bed wasn't made. The cover was gold. The man was talking about the food that he hadn't eaten. And the woman goes and shut the door. I'm on the machine with a large picture screen, but it wasn't on. I was imagining that I was in control of it there now. And the machine was on. Next scene, we was at this, the next thing you see this man with his hair tied up with a red ribbon. And we watched as he leaves. Next scene, we go into this fountain. The man goes and he is searching for something. They are looking for how to open it. And as they are looking, I showed them how to open it. Showed them how to open it. And he pulls it open. Next thing, we're at this water fountain. He's searching for something. I can see how to get the device open or the puzzle open. So he takes this car and then he opened another device. They had 3 horns or shells with shells. I'm going to go back over the number back. So you take the large seashell, the woman, she takes one, then another, and I takes another. They had this little man, big old stomach, trying to tell the man, warning him about taking the horn in the corner. That takes them and runs out. I have one. Next scene, I run. Next scene, they runs away. So I walks out. They have 2 small men, weight-wise. One of them looks at the other and comes to attack me. And I said, "You really want you?" I said, "Really, you are doing this?" And then he stops. Next scene, I'm walking out and I see the man sitting down on the first step. He looks up and see me, and I had taken the seashell and put it in my pants. and I have on brown scrubs. Next thing, we're walking into the restaurant. I put it into my pants just in case they search me. And I'm in the bathroom. I take and pick up a napkin and put it. And so that's the end of the dream. Then I wakes up. So how the dream starts out. Man, this before I finish the dream, let me tell you something. The world is moving. You gotta pay attention to because every time I come in here and at the screen, it then move, it then shift a little bit more right, shift a little bit more to the right. But anyway, so let me get to the back to it. So in the dream, I'm in the house, and they have like three rooms during the hallway, and then they have a big living room, then combined, a living room, then and no, the kitchen wasn't combined. So I'm in the hallway, and I've been in this house before, but this time it's different. And so I looked in one bedroom. The bedroom is gold. Gold. Everything is gold. The sheets are white, but it's gold. It's gold. So staying in the house, the woman with her children, they had an elder son. So I was there with this man, but he was on a mission. I didn't know what type of mission he was on. So I was watching it, and I was thinking, I think they're there for me, for something. So the room and the bed, the cover was gold, and the man was talking about he wanted something to eat, but get back to the say. So I was in this one room on the edge, and like I said, all the cover was gold, the curtains was gold, everything was gold, right? And so when I look down to the left side, I see, I guess it's our son, our elder son. I guess I see him. And he talking about, he wants something to eat or some food or something, just like that. So he had to eat. So the woman goes in and shut the door. That's why I say I don't know, I can't remember what door she went in, but I think it was the kitchen. And she goes in and shut the door. So next thing they have, I see this large machine. I'm saying machine, but when we used to go to the video arcade, they used to sit down in the seat and you watch as we still have them. And as you sit down, you like when you riding on a motorcycle. You're on a motorcycle and you have the screen in front of you and everything. So it was something like that made up on that article, except the screen was above your head and you only had a single shift in front of you. And so I was sitting on that, and it was black, and I was just sitting on that, looking at the screen, pretending like something was on the screen, and now it's moving. Just that's how I was doing. And it was large. It was a very large screen. Well, more than 50, more than 60, might have been 60 inches or more. And I was sitting down on it, and it was made as one. I was watching and moving. All right. So the next thing, next thing I was at the control. So next thing we outside. We outside. And as we are outside, like we say, watching this man, we're watching the man leave. He had a tall man, he had on I don't know if he had a scrub, but there was a gray in him, a white shirt, and his hair was long, but he had his hair like tied up in a ponytail, and it was tied up with a red ribbon, and he had it tied up like that. And he was with a few other people. So we just watching him as he was walking out, coming down the steps, turned to the left, and was leaving. So as he leaves, the next scene, there goes to this fountain. Now the fountain is outside. It's like in between two buildings, and it's a brick fountain. So the man, he goes up there and he's frantic, trying to he knows that the fountain opens. Now He don't know how it opens, but he knows that the fountain opens. But I'm there. And so when I'm there, I look and see because, like, you know, I'm a carpenter, you know, building technology and stuff. So I just know things. So I tell him, no, that's not how you open it. I say, wait a minute, I'll tell you how to open it. So I see the splitting, how it opens and where it comes to loose and open. Now this a fountain is full of water. So he goes and I tell him, say, no, let me tell you. So if I tell him, so he goes there and he takes it and he opens it up. So when he sprays open, the water and everything goes up. So now it opens up to something else, you know. And so the very next scene, after it opens up to whatever it opens up to, you know, like to the next step to the puzzle, the next step to the entrance. So that, I guess that was the entrance to where we was getting into. So next scene, we're at this water fountain and searching for something. I can see how the device opened and puzzle open. So the very next scene is the same thing. Next scene, he goes into another fountain, but this fountain is on the inside of a building. And when he gets on the inside of the building, now he once again he's frantically searching for something, searching for a device or something. So I looks at him and I say, no. And I can see how to get the device open or the puzzle. So I takes the S. He takes the card and then he opens another device. That's why I show him how to take the card. And then when he takes the card, then I tell him about the other device. So when he takes the card and the other device, well, there's 3 seashells. Like you see in Mona, that Disney animation, or you know, those type of seashells that really their homes, really make my home. So they had 3 of them here, a large one and 2 small. So when he takes the large one and he goes to take the current large one now, at the very bottom of this fountain, now, at the very bottom of the fountain, they have this little man look like Buddha, like he holding something on top of his head. And so when you see the man taking the corn in the shell, he's trying to warn the man. You know, he's trying to warn the man. Yeah, it was a little dog. He couldn't have been no more than I won't say 12 inches, but he wasn't even that high. I think couldn't have been no more than 3 or 4 inches high. Yeah, I'm sorry, let me see. Yeah, it couldn't have been no more than that. No more than 3 or 4 inches high. And he trying to stop the water coming down and everything. So he telling the man, trying to get the man to stop taking the whatever he was taking, the shells and things, and the car trying to get him to stop. No, like Martin, don't do that. But he didn't say nothing. All you could see his hand and stuff. And he was trying to warn the man from taking the car. So yeah, so he another device. So they had 3 shells. They have a large shell, then they have 2 small shells. They have a large shell, medium shell, small shell. So the man who orchestrated everything, he takes the large shell. Then the woman, she come and take the second shell. Then I take the very last shell, which was a small shell. But then I realized that all these are horns. Yeah, the horns that you blow. All right, seashells, you know, that they be blowing. That's what we say. So then, as they runs away, I just walks out. Man, this thing here. I just got on this thing. I don't know why the state sheriff in trouble. So very next day, they runs away, but I don't run away. I just walk out the front. So when I'm walking out the front, they have these 2 men, I guess they are servers, and they have on brown scrubs. And so they look at one another and see me coming from out the back. And so they small like that dude named Thomas Davidson. They small like him. And they looks at me and want to tag me and everything and know I ain't supposed to that. And I told the man, so he looked at the other man, didn't come try to run on me with, I guess he was doing karate or whatever he was doing. I said, really, you really want to do this just like that? Then he looked at the other man and said, no. Then he give back and hold his thing. Then next scene, I walks out. So when I walks out the door, I see the man who had his head wrapped with the ribbon. The ponytail is sitting down on the very first steps. See, people say that's the last step down. That's the first step. And so I see him sitting down there on the step, and he looks up at me. I looks up at him. Now I takes the the shell, the little small shell. I takes it and clamp it in my butt. I said, no, I don't put it in my butt. I just clamp it on it so he doesn't see it or know anything about it. So the very next scene after that, we at the restaurant. We at the restaurant, and I said, well, I better put this in my pants. So just in case if they search, and I had on brown scrubs, and then I wake up from that dream. Yeah, that's the dream. All right, so come on, got some more. Yeah, well, yeah, got him. Yeah, all right. So, right, this dream here. Next dream, I was sitting on the porch, or should I say the step with my neighbor, Derek. We was talking about people and how they were doing. We was talking about the people and how they were doing. Next thing, we're on the corner by the house. It's freshly painted and remodeled. And I asked him, does Miss Smith still live there? And I haven't seen her in a while. And as he was getting something out of the car, a bus drives up. And she comes out of the house. She gets on the bus. The driver and just her was on the bus. Next thing, Derek is walking back in the yard to his house. So I'm standing at the gate, wondering, should I tell him about what's going to happen, what's going to take place upon the earth. So I asked him, is his soul right with God? That's why I say, is your soul right with God? I didn't witness to him. I sit down on the step and he stooped down on the step and faced me. My brother was there. I told first they're going to have a nuclear bomb or a weapon fall. A nuclear bomb or a nuclear weapon fall. Next, you're going to look up in the sky. It's going to be full with spaceships. And as I was looking up in the night sky, I just see stars. It was clear night, and it had to be fall or winter. Just being, I woke up. Okay. So in this dream, one of the young guys, I'm older, so he's a young guy, his moms and stuff like that. And but I guess he in this gotta be in his 40s or early 50s. So him and I, we were sitting on the porch. And so as we were sitting on the porch and everything, I was talking to him. I asked him, how his people are doing. How you do when you greet somebody you haven't seen in a long time? All his people. So I asked him, how your people doing? And so we talk about the people, how his people was doing, and people that was that we live around and everything, how they are doing. So after that scene, the next scene, I'm on the corner of the house. So corner of the house now, corner of the house is different. Yeah, it's green with pale green. I know pale green and cream color. That's how the house looked. It was freshly done, freshly remodeled and everything. So he goes into his car. So as he goes in the car, I said, I wonder if Miss Smith still lives there and everything, and how she's doing. So as soon as I said that, he tells me, he said, she's still doing that. She was still there and she was okay. So as soon as I says that, she comes walking out the house. So she walks out the house. When she walks out, a bus full, how they have, the regular people have a bus that come and get the senior citizens and stuff like that. And so there was her on the bus, the driver and her. She go gets on the bus, sit on the bus, and the bus pulls off as soon as I say that. So next scene, we back at his house. We back at his house where he lives. And so I said, I'm saying, I wonder, it comes to me and say, I wonder, is his soul right with God? And before I could say that, I say, one, should I tell him that when I was standing there, he went inside, they have a gate. They don't have a whole fence, just have a gate there in the driveway. And so as he go in there, I said, I wonder if I should tell him what's going to happen on the earth, what's going to take place or what's going to happen on earth. And then I said, I wonder if is his soul right? I asked him, is your soul right with God? And I didn't witness up to him. I just asked him if his soul right with God. So next thing next thing I'm sitting on the first step. And as I'm sitting on the first step, well, you know, they have the stoop, as they call it. You know, you have the things that leading up to the steps. So he was on one of them, but he was stooping facing me, stooping down facing me. And so as he stooped down facing me, I said, and before I started, as soon as I started talking to him, I see a brother of mine sitting next to me. And so I told him first, I said, first they're gonna have these nuclear weapons or a nuclear bomb fall upon the earth. That's what I tell him. And then I said, I said, next you're gonna look up in the sky, it's gonna be full of spaceships. That's what I told him. So you're gonna look in the sky and it's gonna be full of spaceships, just like that. So I'm looking up in the sky, but I don't see nothing but stars and everything now, just bright lights. So I assumed that they were stars. No, they look like the spaceships up there. And so that's what I told him. I told him first they're gonna have a nuclear bomb or weapons fall. If they should fall, the next you're gonna look up in the sky, it's gonna be, they're gonna be full up with spaceships. And as I was looking up in the night sky, I just saw stars and it was a clear night. And I was kind of like a fall and winter night. And I woke up in that dream. All right. Okay, yeah. Then next thing, you know, when you shut your eyes, you have a quick vision. So as soon as I shut my eye, I had a quick vision of a woman sitting down with the same, they're the same, man. Sitting down with a pair of black jeans on and checkered, black and gray checkered flannel shirt. And the jeans so tight on her that you can see the split going straight up, you know, from her buttocks all the way up to her stomach. That's how tight they was. Okay. All right. All right, this, I mean, I gotta tell you, man, I gotta tell you all of them because I had them. So next thing I'm like in, they call it, they call it sleep, when you sleep paralyzed. That was called it. One of those type of things. So I was in the kitchen washing dishes. So I looked through the door, the crack, and I saw a light. And I saw a light in the switch, and I knew that the room next to it had no lights. Well, they had no lights on. They had no lights on. So when I see that, you know, I'll go back over. So when I see that, so I say it must be demons, you know, in the next room. So next thing I'm in the bed trying to wake up, but then I am in a sleep paralyzed, but I force myself to wake up and go up into the next room. So see the closet door open, not all the way, but I know I didn't open it. I know I didn't open it. And I didn't. So I just push it. I won't go back with it. So I push it with whatever's in it. I push it shut. So finally I get it shut. So in the next room, I see the light comes into the room from the window. So I look out the window into the sky and I see these two big, huge flames blocking out the moon. But the moon is full, so you can see the moonlight. Next thing, I'm looking up as one of the women sitting in the chair talking about her assistant and how she met her. They talked, but the assistant didn't get off until Saturday morning, and that how she knew was the one for her. I said to myself, you two have assistants? Then I woke up and realized I was in the dream all the time. So just how this dream over, I mean, sleep paralyzed. I forgot what to call that. But anyway, so I was like that. So man, so I'm trying to wake myself up. And so when I wake myself up, I'm in the kitchen. So in the kitchen, they have a door. So I look through the door, I see a crack, see the light coming through the crack of the door. So when I see the light coming through the crack of the door, and I see the light coming through the crack of the door, I said, man, so it must have demons in the next room, just like that. Because I said, I didn't even know light was not on the next room. So, next thing I'm trying to wake up. You know, I be in one position, paralyzed position. And I was trying to wake up, and I woke myself up. And then when I woke up myself, I forced myself to wake up. So I go into the bedroom. So the bedroom is pitch black. It's dark. I mean, it's pitch black in the bedroom, but I see the closet door. And I said, I didn't need that closet door. And I said, it must be demons in it. So I just go in front of the closet and I push till I get it shut. Then I get the closet door shut and I goes into the next room and I see where the crack at, where the light coming in the crack, and I look to the right and I say, man, that's the moonlight coming in shining through the crack of the door. So, but when I look out the window and towards the sky, they had two big old huge fans, one separate, two windows, one big fan and one window and one big. Now they're not with itself. They are in the sky. On the top of this house, they're in the sky. Two big old huge brown fans. That's what they are. And as they're in the sky and everything, I said, man, two big old huge brown fans. So I see that and say, oh, that's where the light comes, because you know how fans are. They had, you know, you can look into them and see. And so I said, oh, that's where the light coming from. And so after that happened, then the very next scene after that happened, I'm looking, I see these women, I'm looking, I see this woman sitting in a chair, and she talking about how she met her assistants. And she said, I knew it was the one because she said she didn't get off until Saturday morning. And that's how I knew that was the one for her. And I said to myself, man, I said, you two have assistants now? They money could have assistants or something like that. Then I woke up from that. And so when I woke up from that, then I realized I was dreaming all the time, not knowing that I was dreaming all the time. Yeah, I was in the bed dreaming that all the time. I didn't know. No, I didn't. All right. Okay. Okay. So next dream, I'm in the park playing ball, but before they was talking about it, I see this woman sitting on the porch. This young man walks up to her and drives around, see if they are going to leave together. So I drive around and they are gone. So I can see if I could see where they had gone, but I don't. Next thing, sitting next to this man in the park. He's waiting on the game, but waiting on the game to begin. But he is waiting on his mom. She comes out the door, walks out on the park and asks, he walks out the park and asks her, did she get them for him? She is with this man driving this powder blue this automobile. Goes open up the back door and gets the box and give it to this man. It looked like a shoebox. Yeah, I don't know what had shoes in, but just was a shoebox. And doesn't see what type. So the mom and the man leaving. He tells the son, make sure the door to the house is closed. He said he will. So next thing, he has the screen door open, checking to make sure the front door is shut and the back door is shut. Okay. So in this dream here, so in this dream, in the dream, I'm looking on a porch and had this woman on the porch, and she had khaki. She had on her khaki skirt. She had a khaki skirt and a white blouse. And so she's sitting on the porch. So when I see her sitting on the porch, I said, she must be waiting on somebody or something. And so I'm in the park. So we was in the park playing. So next when I see her, I said, well, let me go see. Then I drive, did not disagree. So I drive around. And so when I get by her, I see her, she was with a man. So she's sitting on the porch, the man walks up to her. So I said, well, I want to drive back around. So when I drive back around, they're gone. So as they gone, I said, man, I wonder where they went at. All right, so that's what I say. So I look down the street, I don't see it. So the very next scene, I'm in the park. We're in the park on the track, and this man I'm with, he waiting for the ball game. Yeah, he waiting for the ball game to begin. So, and he waiting for the ball game to begin, but he also waiting for his mom's. So looking across the street, so his mom's house is right next across the street from the park. So his mom's come out the house. So when he see mom's coming out the house, I'm standing in the park with him. He stop whatever he's doing, gets out, and runs out the gate and everything to meet his mom. So his mom walked to this powder blue vehicle. Powder blue vehicle might have some little gold in it and stuff like that. And they have a man in there with her. So he gets out, and his mom, and so he asked his mom, did she get it? Did she get it from him? So when he asked his mom, did he get it from him, the man comes out, he opens up the back door, and he takes out this shoebox. The shoebox is the same color. Yeah, it's a powder blue, dark blue, like, rich shoebox. And so when he takes that out, he gives it to the man. So when he gives it to the man, he looks in the box and never see was the shoes or anything in the box, but it looks that way. So then when he get ready to go off, the mom said, make sure the door to the house is closed. And he said he will. So next scene, the mom and him gone. So he opens up the screen door to make sure the front door locked. And then after that, then he go out and make sure the back door locked. And then I wake up from that day. Now, so last night, man, two massive whirlwinds. I'm talking about, like the tornado type whirlwind, massive one. Both of them was brown, two massive tornadoes. That's what I saw. Then the next vision stuff I saw, I couldn't remember all the dreams that I was asking. I saw a swole wrapped up with purple cloth. That's what I saw, a swole wrapped up with purple cloth. Then I woke up from that dream. So that's all the dreams and everything. And I'm telling you, man, I told you, man, all the time, man, Lord God tell me so many things coming up and coming to pass. And so when you listen on YouTube, you listen to my videos. So these people now coming out with talking about tsunamis and things coming about, but you listen to that, man. Lord God been giving me that since 2014. They've been giving me those things since 2014. Now the other people get them. So they talking about, well, listen to all the things for confirmation. Y'all the confirmation. Because that's what we are being greatly deceived. We want to think that we the only one, we just not getting this. But now many other people that had this. You are the confirmation. Yeah, because I told you I saw a dream ahead, and I know I read this to you before. I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I told you this before. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was on I forgot what interstate that is. Lithania Springs or something like that. Lithania Springs. Thornton Road. I know you know Thornton Road. I know there is Thornton Road. But the interstate that runs in between them. And I was sitting on the side with another man, guess my angel. And boy, I said, I can't believe that water came all the way up here. That's what I told her. I said, I can't believe that water came all the way up here. Yeah. Then after I told me, I drove down and made a U-turn and went back. I mean, I took that first in one of my other videos. I told you, man, the Lord God already showed me that. The earth shaking, earth real battles and forth, spaceships, all that, the Lord God didn't show me that. But let's go. Let's go, because I know I'm running slow today. All right. So he gave me Jeremiah chapter 50. That's what he gave me, Jeremiah chapter 50 in the war. And then he talked about how the sea gonna be on dry land, how the water gonna be on dry land. And it tell you everything in Jeremiah 50. It tells you how it's gonna be. You're gonna have a drought, right? But I'm not there this moment. I mean this afternoon. The reason why it's important that I do this now, because people don't understand how far gone we are in, how deep we are into the last days in the final hour. But and then again, I done told you, man. I told you about you're into the second year of the 3 years. You're in the second year, and then you're in the second year. You're in the second moon. That's right. So that's where you're at. So let's going back to Father Abraham. Going back to Father Abraham, because this is This is where you at, okay? How long? And I answered, say, Almighty Eternal One, hallowed by thy power, be favorable to my petition. For this hast thou brought me up here and shew me, as thou hast brought me up to thy height. So make this known to me, thou beloved one, as much as I ask, whether what I saw should happen to them for now. That's it. Say, whether what I saw should happen to them for now. All right. Okay. And he showed me a multitude of his people. And he said to me, on their account, through 4 issues, as thou saw it, I shall be provoked by them. And these my retribution for their deeds be accomplished. For in the 4th outgoing for 100 years, 1 hour of the age the same as 100 years. There shall be a misfortune among the heathen, but 1 hour in mercy and contemptibly as among the heathen. Now, so 4 issues. So when you start studying the Word of God, I'm talking about that just in the Holy Bible, man. You gotta study all the Word of God and know that we left out the land 4 times. We did. We left out of our land 4 times. 4 times we went into captivity or to slavery. So you can't just, you gotta go. Our first time is when we was enslaved to those people. And then the Egyptians, if we won't count that time, then you got the Babylonians, that's the time. Then you have the Babylonians, that's the time. Just add all the time on my tongue. Yeah, well, the Medes and the Persian, that was the time. Then the Apocrypha, that tells you the time, that's 3 times. And then this time here is the 4th time that we went out. All right, but this time here's the last time, the 400 years. We have to read 2nd Esdras to talk about the time. Go read the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha, it tells you about the time there. Father Isaiah, and the ascension of Father Isaiah, that tells you a time right there. So yeah, it's 4 times. Go read. So you're in the last time. You're at the last time, and you're at the hour, at the end of the hour. Hey, that's what he told us. See, on their account, through 4 issues, as thou soil shall be provoked by them. And each time we went out, what we did, we let Jerusalem become filthy. We started keeping this holy covenant. We started keeping the holy Sabbath, and it cleansed out the land. But this time, yeah, this is the last time. Then this is what I read to you. That we're gonna be circumcised in the heart. Yeah, this is the last time. But anyway, says the 4th outgoing is for 100 years, and 1 hour of 8 years. And it shall be a misfortune among the heathen, but 1 hour in my mercy contemptibly as the heathen. So we know that what 400 years that we've been into this day. Now, well, anyway, let me continue on reading. And he said, and I said, "Oh, eternal mighty, well, how long a time is an hour of the age?" And he said, "How long a time is an hour?" And he said, 12 years have I ordained of this ungodly age to rule among the heathen, and in thy seed until the end of time it should be as thou sawest. And do thou reckon to understand and look into the picture. But so 12 years, so you guys say, man, when did the 12 years start? Yeah, 12 years started with 2012. That's when it started. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's when it started, 2012. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, well, that's why I tell you, that's when it started, 2012. You do the math, you do the kind. So when they was talking about 2012, something's going to happen in 2012. Yeah, well, our people, the people, we don't really know. We don't really know. Unless the law of God shows you, don't really know. And that's the same thing with me. I didn't know. And then until I read this today, and I said 20. I said 12 years, and I knew I only had, 2 years left. So I did the math, the counted backwards, and it started in 2012. And do the math, man, do the math. 2012. All right. They said, look into the picture. And I looked and I saw a man going out, because this one, what I really trying to show you, that where you at and what's going on and where we are right now and why are these things going on, because they still in those church houses, and then they talk about opening all that back up, and they're going to open all that back up, and what they're going to do, they're going to fly back into those church houses, fly back into those camps, and still do the same old mess. Not everybody, but that's just, well, I'm here to show you and prove to you that what they're doing is evil and it's wrong. It's wicked. All right. And I looked and saw a man going out the left side of the heathen. And then went out men and women, children from the side of the heathen, many hosts, and worshiped him. Okay. Yeah, it said now going out of the heathen side. All right. And you're still worshiping who? That statue. And now why I still look came out from the right side. Wait a minute. You might be no. Hold on. Let me finish. Okay. Went out men and women, children from the side of the heathen, many hosts, and worshiped him. And while I still looked, there came out from the right side many, and some insulted that man. Now, yeah, this is about the law of God. Yeah, I jumped ahead of myself. Please forgive me. Okay. All right. And worship him. And while I still looked, it came out from the right side. Many some insulted that man, while some struck him. And others, however, worshiped him. And I saw how these worship him. And Azazel ran and worshiped him. And having kissed his face, he turned and stood behind him. Okay, so we know who that was. But I read it to you when Satan told I was the one who stirred the gall and the vinegar to give to Jesus. Come on, man. That's the devil. All right. And then when he told us, I'm going to stir up my people, the Jews. I read that to you, man. Just read that to you. Yeah. All right. So all this lines up. Everything lines up. So when you go to the Holy Bible, you know you can read it. All right. And I saw how they worship him. And Azazel ran and worshiped him, having kissed his face and turned and stood behind him. Did not Judas did that? And did not, what he told us? Did not Satan enter Judas? Did not, yeah, you read it says Satan jumped into Judas. And Judas did the act. And he said, oh, well, more than that. You can trace that all the way back to when Jesus was a kid and what Judas had done to him. Oh, man. That's why I read everything to you. From the time he was a child to the time of his crucifixion and beyond. That's why I read everything to you. So when you read it, everything lines up. And then these are different books. All the books are different. Not the same book. All right. I'm just telling you. And I said, oh, eternal mighty one. Who is that man insulted and beaten? Who is worshipped by the heathen with Azazel? Now, note, he said worshipped by the heathen with Azazel. Now, you know they done all this to Jesus. And the answer said, here, Abraham, the man who saw it insulted and beaten again worship, that is the relief granted by the heathen to the people who proceed from thee. You see? Yeah, oh yeah, it said the relief granted by the heathen to the people who proceed from thee. Now, in the last days, in the 12th hour of the age of the ungodless. But in the 12th year of my final age, I will set up this man from thy generation, whom thou saw the issue for my people. This one all will follow, and such are called by me will join even. So that's what he was telling you, and I'm telling it to you again. They're going to have people, yeah, they're going to have people that repent, that come out the heathen side. Then you're going to have people that's supposed to be with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, just like Jesus said. That, yeah, they're not going to come out. They're going to come out and, yeah, that's what he said. What he said, he came out and beat him. Yeah, they beat him. Oh, man, did everything to Jesus. So that's what he was telling you right then and there. They're going to have some. Those changes counts and those on the left side of the picture. The meaning is this. There shall be many from the heathen who set their hopes upon him. Okay? And as for those whom thou sawest from the sea on the right side, some insulting and striking, other worshiping him. Many of them shall be offended at him. And however however, is testing those who have worshipped him of thy seed in the 12th hour of the end, and the view shorten the age of the ungodliness. And that's the law of God. And just like you said, gonna have that was going on now, man. You got people following Isaiah. I told you that yesterday. You got people still everything that's Isaiah done. That was the law. That's what God is telling us here. Everything that Azazel is doing is still worshiping Azazel. Then he sent Jesus as the relief. Is he not? Yeah, Jesus was the relief that he granted us. And repent, go to him. Like he told us, they still want to have, told him, says, see, look at your side. See, y'all have your seed. People coming from out your side still assaulting and striking him. And insulting him, and that's what's going on now, man. The Rastafarian, the HOI people, they got a whole lot of people out there won't call him Jesus. They call him every name but Jesus. That's right. Oh yeah, they call him every name but Jesus, and they assault him. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. You ever heard them talk about Jesus so bad, and they go call him by some other name and thinking that that's all right, but that's not. Huh? That's not. But you're gonna see. Yeah, those who change their counsels and those who thou saw emerge from the left side of the picture, the meaning is, there shall be many from the heathen who set their hopes upon him, right? Okay. And as for those whom thou saw from thy seed on the right side, some insult and striking, other worshiping him. So it's going to be the same thing from both sides. Yeah, but our side is supposed to be 100% with him, but they're not. They're not. They call him by these different other names and striking them. These are Abraham's children doing this. All right. And many of them should be offended at him, which they are. And that's what this whole, I told you, that's what this whole thing about. Getting you out your righteousness, to get you to hate the law of God, to get you hate Jesus, to get you hate the law of God. That's what they have done. That's what they have done. That's trick of the devil. Get you to hate your own God. That's why I say, yeah, you go ahead and call them who you want, but you don't get them people turn their back on your God and get you to hate your God. And that's what they have done. Okay. Okay, well, you should know. You should know. Yeah. Many of them should be offended at him. He, however, is tested. So you're being tested. Those who have worshipped him of thy seed in the 12th hour of the end. That's where you going at the end now. How you know you're at the end? Because you have these people that's calling him about all these different other names, and at the same time they're calling of the different other names. They hate the name of Jesus. They do. Well, yeah, that's why they call him all these other names. Then you got these church house people and everything. Man, that's not of God. What they're doing, all these different names, man, that's not of God. They're not serving God. Well, let's finish reading. With a view of showing the age of the ungodliness. So that's what's going on. Jesus told them, lest these days be short, no flesh shall be saved. Before the age of the righteous begin to grow. Now, that's what's going on. The age of righteousness is now going. My judgment shall come upon the lawless heathen through the people of thy seed. Now, yeah, through the people of thy seed, because you have these HOI, that's what they're about. Yeah, don't let these people fool you, the HOI people, the IUC people and everything. These people about, let's finish reading, and the law of God will tell you point, well, God himself is telling you what point blank what they're about. Listen, say, at any age righteous beginning to grow, my judgment shall come upon the lawless heathen through the people of thy seed. See, that's through us, Abraham's seed, who shall be separated, who have been separated from me. Now, who have been separated? Have we not been scattered to the four corners of the earth? Yeah, we separated back. Go to the book of Jubilees. Read the 2nd chapter of Jubilees and see how God has separated a people from him, Abraham's seed from him. Come on. In those days, I'll bring upon all creatures on the earth 10 plagues. 10 plagues. Now, you know, 10 plagues have started. Through misfortune, disease, the sign of grief of their soul. Thus much I will bring upon the generation of men that they be upon only on account of provocation and corruption of this creature, whereby they provoke me, and then shall righteous men of thy seed be left. Okay, now, wait a minute. Go back over it. 4 o'clock. 1 hour. All right. Let's go. It says, in those days I'll bring upon all creatures of the earth 10 plagues through misfortune, disease, and sign of grief for their soul. Thus much I'll bring on the generations of men that be upon it on account of the provocation and the corruption of its creatures, whereby they provoke me. And then shall righteous men of thy seed be left, and the number which is kept what secret by me, hasten the glory of my name to a place prepared beforehand for them. So you know, like I said, which thou see devastating picture. So like I read to you over and over again, the Lord God is coming what? And take his people out. And when you take his people out, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? He told you, I read that to you, man. The testament of the patriarchs, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all those things. Oh, Judah said, a harvest for thee when I come to take and bring away to holy Mount Zion, to the land that was covered, just like you came guys the first time out of Egypt and brought us. Okay, well, that's where you're going at. Now they're going to have other things happening at the same time too. But, you know, we say the earth is meant to be inhabited, man. Come on, man. Let me finish reading. All right. And they shall live and establish through sacrifice, gifts of righteousness, and truth in the age of the righteous. So that's what's growing up now. That's why the law of God is bringing us back to the word of God. God himself doing it. The word of God bring us back to what? What feast days we should be keeping. Bring us back what? To the covenant day. That's why he do it. I want to say in Elijah, you should turn the hearts of the children back to father hearts back to the children. Strike the earth with grace. It's not about the names of the Father, it's about how our fathers kept the holy covenant, how our Father kept his commandments, how our Father kept the feast days, the Sabbath days. That's what I've been showing you. Father Noah, Father Abraham. Yeah, we're going back to keeping all those days, keeping the right days, the right festival days, the right Passover days, the right Sabbath days. That's what this is about, man. Okay, we're going back to establish through what? Sacrifice and the gifts of the righteous and truth and the age of the righteous. We're going back because each feast days have a significance to it. And shall rejoice in me those who have destroyed them. Now, that's another folks. They shall destroy those who have destroyed them. So you're going to turn them against each other and shall insult those who have insulted them. So that's them going to get together and what they're going to do. What they're going to do, they're going to destroy those that destroyed them, insult those that insulted them. All right. And of those who defamed them, they shall spit in their face and scorn by me, while they, the righteous, you see. Now, understand what's happening now, because this is the part I want you to see. Because you have these people, and I know, oh yeah, I know some of them out there, and they're preparing for that day. Yeah, they tell you. Yeah, the major eye people, and all of them tell you what they're going to do. That's what they're preparing for. Why? Because the Lord God has made it so. Most gracious Father has made it so. Yeah, well, yeah, that's why they tell you that. Yeah, but just because they're doing it, that don't make them righteous. Right? Well, let's keep on reading. Keep on reading. And as for those who defame them, they shall spit in their face and scorn by me. And while the righteous shall behold me full of joy, rejoicing with my people, and receiving those who return to me in repentance. I'll tell you, because we're going to be gone. They're going to be doing all that. We're going to be over there with him in holy Mount Zion. Well, let's read it again. And those who defame them, they shall spit in their face and scorn by me. While they, the righteous, shall behold me full of joy, rejoicing with my people, receiving those who have returned to me in repentance. See? So we're going to be in holy Mount Zion with the Lord God, beholding his face. And why these other people, y'all going to be there with all that foolishness. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Y'all going to be there with that foolishness. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just telling you. All right. Well, y'all go ahead on. Think that y'all going to, it's written right there. See Abraham what thou hast seen, and heard what thou hast heard, and take full knowledge of what thou hast come to know. Go to thy heritage, and know I am with thee forever. All right. Man, all I can do is give it to you as he has given it to me. And man, that's all I can do. I mean, that's the law of God telling me that's how it's going to be. And it's going to be that way. Now, if you want to know more about that, go read the book of Jasher, J-S-A-T-R, and see how you turn them against each other from that. See, I'm looking down. I don't see it right. Yeah, that's one of the first. Let me see. Yeah, well, you had different destruction. And he told you how it's going to be. It's going to be like in the time of Noah, and all those destruction came upon. All right, let me see. If I can find it right here, let me see what book is here. All right. Book of Jubilees is in Jubilees. And they told you had 6 distinctions, right? All right. Let's see. Written down every creature to every kind. Nothing. All right, let's see. Because he had turned the giants against each other. The second destruction. All right, again, the sons went out in command. Well, that's the second of the first. Let me see. Because I have written all down: the first, the second, the third, the first destruction. The first destruction. Let's see. First destruction. He was with the angel God 6 jubilees and showed everything on the earth and the heavens and ruled the sun and wrote down everything. He testified to the watchers who had sinned with the daughters of men, had begun to unite themselves and defile with the daughters of men. Enoch testified against them all. And he was taken from among the children of men, was conducted him in the garden of Eden, the majesty and honor, and they wrote down condemnation and judgments of the world and all the wickedness of the children of men. Because God brought the waters, now see, this is the first flood. This is the first flood. Because of it, God brought the waters of the flood on all the land of Eden. See, that's not the whole world. All the land of Eden, for there was set aside that he should testify against the children of men, that he should recount all the deeds of their generation to the day of condemnation. All right. Okay. So that's the first destruction. All right. Yeah, down. Second destruction. Said, against the Son of Man, he went out to command from the mouth that they should kill with the sword and be left from under the earth. That's the second destruction. He said, but Noah found great pride, and against the angels who he had sent on earth, he had a ball of anger that he gave commandments to root them out of their dominion. And he commanded us to bind them in the depths of the earth. And look, they are bound to the middle of the earth and are kept separate. And against their sons went our command from his mouth that they should kill with the sword and be left under the heaven. And he said, my spirit shall now always abide with man, also flesh the days and be 120 years old. So that's the second destruction. Yeah, that's the second destruction. He said, this we say, he sent the sword in their presence that they should kill his neighbor. All right, let's read that. He said, my spirit shall now always abide with man. They are also flesh, and their days should be 120 years old. He sent his sword into their presence that each should kill his neighbor, and they began to kill each other until they all fell by the sword and were destroyed from off the earth. Okay. Well, and their father was witness of their destruction after they were bound in the depths of the earth forever until the day of the great condemnation, with judgment executed on those who have corrupted their ways and their works before the Lord. He destroyed all whatever there were, and there was not one left of them who judged according to all their wickedness. That's the second destruction. Come on, man. I'm just trying to tell you what the law of God did. Okay, well, that's all on you. All right. All right. So himself, the waters. So that's the third destruction. Well, that's in the book of Jubilee, but I think in the book of Jasher, I read, because like I say, he turned against each other. And I think in the book of Jasher, I have more destruction than that. Yeah, well, you understand, I was reading them at different times, and then when I went back and studied, started writing down. First time destroyed man. Every man made his God and bowed down to him. The sons of men turned away from the Lord all days of Enos. And his children angered the Lord and was set ablaze on account of their works and ambition what they did in the earth. And the Lord caused the waters of the river Gilead to overwhelm them and to destroy and consume them and destroy the third part of the earth. See, that's destruction now. Yeah, I mean, all I can do is give it to it. And another destruction, he turned them against each other, just like you saw in that movie, Bird Box or whatever. Yeah, they're gonna do that, man. That's gonna be real. All right, they're doing it now. He's doing it now. That's why you see. Let's keep on reading. Let's keep on reading. He's gonna tell it to you again. Well, all I can do is give it to you as he has given that to me. And he just finished reading that, told you how they're going to be fighting against you. So those call themselves righteous and those that call themselves non-righteous, they're going to be fighting against each other. All right, and then we're going to be where? We're going to be over there in the land beholding the law of God in his face. All right. Well, let's read. But while he was still speaking, I found myself upon earth and said, "Oh, the eternal mighty one, I am no longer in glory in which I was while on high, and what my soul longed to understand my heart, I do not understand." Okay, so I guess the Bible was still not. He said unto me, "What is desire in thy heart? And I will tell thee, because thou hast sought to see the 10 plagues which I had prepared for the heathen, and had prepared beforehand at the passing of the 12th hour of the earth. Hear what I divulge to thee, so you shall come to pass in the first. Come to pass, the first, pain of great distress, okay? The second, conflituration of many cities. The third, destruction and pestilence of animals. The fourth, hunger of the whole world and of its people. The fifth, destruction among its rulers." See, you gotta understand, destruction among rulers, but that's war, man. That's they turning against each other. Destruction of by the earthquake. The sword, once again, another war. The sixth, the multiplication of hail and snow. The seventh, the wild beasts will be their graves. The eighth, hunger and pestilence will alternate with their destruction. The ninth, the punishment of the sword and flight and distress. The 10th, thunder and a voice and a destructive earthquake. So, I mean, that's the law of God telling you, well, that's the law of God telling you what he's going to do, and it's already installed. All right. I mean, all I can do is just give it to you. So now they're talking about how asteroid going to hit them animals. I told you, I saw that. I saw the fact. I told you that before. They have somebody on YouTube right now talking about talking about when you see the water going out, knowing that it's coming back in. I told you when I was in Jamaica, man, this is one of my videos from last year, man. Last year, in June or whatever, May, whatever I wrote down. That's when I first started out. And when I first started back out on YouTube, and I told you about what I saw when I was in Jamaica, how that water went out. And I told me, oh, tsunami coming. Okay, I told you about that. I told you about when I saw the water coming in like a tidal wave or a tsunami on the whole Gulf Coast. Told you that. All right. Then I told you about the East Coast. Then I told you about Marwood. Then just not too long, a few days ago, I told you about how the law of God came and told me 2 billion souls, man. And when we say 2 billion, is that 2 billion at one time or 2 billion over the course, you know? Because he can do it. He can kill 2 billion at one time. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. For what I saw, there'll be more than 2 billion. I told you when I out my back door one time, all I saw was dawn upon the face of the earth. As far as I could see, nothing but dawn. Yeah, well, I don't know when I told you that I haven't saw. I told you I saw the great earthquakes. I told you I saw the volcanoes going on. Well, I'm telling you these things what he had to show me, and I saw them. When I look at it and show these things, then I go and read the prophecies in the Holy Bible and see that they lines up. That's why I can tell you that all that water that's on the sea gonna be dry. It's gonna be dry on the seashore, and there's gonna be water on land. Just like I told you, that the world will be turned upside down. Yeah, the world is being turned upside down right now, but we're not paying attention. The earth is still in shape, but you're not paying attention. Because like I said, I come in this room and everything I see keep moving to the right. It's moving slow, but I know it's moving. Oh yeah, I know it's moving. Okay, well, anyway. All right, so I read all that to you, and like I said, when I read another reason why I read it to you, it's because what? Yeah, because they're gonna have the people in that church house, man. The people in that church house, man. I'm telling you, get out from church house. Keep wanting. And when it started, it had started already. Yeah, they gonna have that one world ruler. And you're gonna serve him or you're gonna die. And all that is what? They're gonna combine all those different religions together, make one religion, and have one man over one religion, just like they had the Pope over the Catholic and they had the Jews over the other people. That's some big. Well, anyway, I just read it to you. And all that is what? God's anger. Why? Because you want to serve wood and stone. You don't want to serve God. You want to follow up behind Azazel. And who is Azazel? I read, told you who Azazel is. And how you know that you are of Azazel and not of God. And who are the followers of Azazel and who's the follower of God? All right. Well, anyway. Well, let's see. And then I will sound my trumpet out of the air, send my elect one every, having all of my power one measure, and this one shall summon and my despised people from despised people from the nations. And I will burn with fire those who have insulted them and who have ruled among them in this age. That's there. Well, they told you how the Lord God coming back, with the sound of a trumpet, is it not? All right. Then they have one that's riding on that white horse coming back. The elect, fool among them in this nation. And then, like I told you, I think that's what he not read that to us, he turned to fire, and it was burning people. Yeah, that's why he told you it's gonna be fire next time. Because that water gonna turn into fire. Right? I read it to you. I have read it to you before. Yeah, in the book of Enoch. I will give those who have covered me with mockery to scorn of the coming age. So you are in the age now. You are in the last hour. You're in the final 12 hours. You're in the last. I will give those who have covered me with mockery and the scorn of the coming age. I have prepared them to be food for the fire of Hades and ceaseless flight to and fro through the air and the underworld earth. The bodies filled with worms, for on them shall they see the righteousness of the Creator. Those namely who have chosen to do my will, and those who have openly kept my commandments, and they shall rejoice with joy over because they're over the downfall of men who still remain. And you got to understand. Every time you go in this church house, they don't keep all God's commandments. They don't do it. All of them got something missing, because that's the big false, to keep you serving the demons, keep on you serving Beelzebub in his game. I read that too. Yeah, go read them. Even the 7 Day Adventist, they got, man. All of them are following Azazel. How you do? Go look at it. Go look how they dress. Go look how they look. Go see what Azazel have done. Then go match it up with them and see if they're not doing all what Azazel. Now, I'm not just talking about them. I'm talking about the Israelis, the Muslims, all of them, the Buddhists, the Hindus, I don't care who they are. And imagine them don't to see that everything they're doing is what Azazel has given unto them. Come on, man. You can't see that. That's what the Lord God said. The downfall of the men still remain who have followed the idols and they murders. And that's what they're doing because they're saying one thing and doing nothing. Israel talking about, oh, it's real. Talking about we praise God and we serve the Most High God, and yet still killing people. Yet you're showing the men and weapons of war because, like I said, they serve God. They're God. All right. Well, who the devil say his people are? And that's who they serve. And are they not waiting on the Messiah? Are they not waiting on man, you got the Muslim waiting on them too. Okay, well, I'm just telling you, he's in the world right now. Jesus told you when you see this thing, know that the wicked one is in the world. And that's what you're doing. You're looking at this thing, that's what they're waiting on, for the reveal of the wicked one. Okay. Well, like I told you, when all the stars, that was in November, I forgot what year this is, but in November, when they had all those stars and things lined up, Lord God made sure I go see all those stars lined up, and they had one red star. And then next thing you know, he gave me a vision, dream or vision, whatever you want to call it. And he showed me the red heifer. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, the red heifer was born on that day. I'm talking about the true one that they're looking for. Yeah, then he showed me the son of perdition. He showed me a black and white spiral, and then the spiral looked like tunnel vision. And he showed me the false Messiah. He showed me the Antichrist and the false Messiah, the Antichrist, and the son of perdition. He showed me all of those. Yeah, he did. Then, like I told you, he showed me the return of the beast. He showed me these people came down in a spaceship, and when the people came down in the spaceship, they had these, what they call the mastodon, those prehistoric elephants and all like that. Yeah, showed me them where they had doing that, and they showed me them and making other creatures, other giant creatures. Yeah, they showed me that. I'm telling you, man, Lord God, he showed me so much, man. Yeah, 7 trumpets. Yeah, 7 trumpets. There's 7 trumpets. And so right now, you know, you might be on the 3rd home. I told you, he showed me the drought. He showed me the famine. He showed me where everything. I stay here all day telling them different dreams, vision, everything. He showed me. He showed it all. Whether I understood it all or not, he still showed it to me, and I just wait till it comes to pass. Oh, that's what he was showing. Yeah, wow. Well, he showed me a serial killer in the schoolhouse. He showed me that, and then they went from the schoolhouse where they had the man with a weapon in the schoolhouse. They called him, and then when they bound him and everything, next thing you know, he showed me on the schoolyard. And when I was on the schoolyard, the children was on the schoolyard, and they still had somebody was trying to kill them on the schoolyard. Lord God showed me all that. Showed me the day of the Lord, the cloudy day. And he showed me the demon coming in on the clouds. Come on, man. Yeah, it was a cloudy. There was a night, bright day. And I was standing up there, and the next thing you know, it turned it dark. During the day, the dark clouds rolled in. And God showed me that. So I'm not just telling you these things, just like this book and everything. Man, I wouldn't know this unless the Lord God give it to me. I waited for it, patiently for it. And as I did things, he gave me things. Just like even though I had the book and I read the book and I read certain things to you, then, like I said, over the weekend, he brought me back to the book. Then he showed me some hidden things in the book. Man, he showed me a lot of hidden things in the book. I'm not telling you all of it, but much as he allowed me to tell you, I'm telling it to you. And it's about those church houses. It's about you coming out those church houses. If you stay in them church houses, you're gonna be one of them take them off of the beast. You're going to be one who they're going to behead. All right. Well, you got to listen to me. I'm telling you now. And I'm telling you, all those people in the church houses are following Azazel. Let me finish up. Yeah, because Lord God had gave Azazel that power. And if you listen to those pastors, preachers, and teachers in that church house, they have, that's a seducing spirit, Azazel. All right, well, let's probably have read it to you, but let's continue on. Say, who followed the idols and the murders, for they shall petrify in the body of the evil one Azazel. So that's what they followed. They followed the idols and the murderers. And how you say, oh, there you go, Lord. I used to say something like that. Thank you, man. I'm not following no murder. But you are. If you vote, when you vote, it happened to me too. When you vote for this, whatever they call Democrat or Republican or whatever the United States is doing, well, the United States are murderers. Do you not know they are murderers? Okay, well, when they're shooting down those innocent people, that's the government shooting down those innocent people. That's a system that they put down in place to kill those innocent people, and then when they go to have trials, some of those people are set free. Come on, man, I read that to you. Been ever since Nimrod, when they try to kill Father Abraham. They are murderers, are they not? And and they set them free, and they're doing as they will, not hold them accountable. And what they're doing, they follow the idols and their murders. Come on, man, that's what it said. Who have followed the idols and their murders, they shall petrify the body of the evil one Azazel, and be burnt with the fire of Azazel tongue. Okay? Yeah, man, Azazel know he got y'all. He know he does. But I hope that they will come to me and not love and praise the strange God. And that's what you're doing. Oh, man. Come on, man. Like I tell you all the time, I'm not trying here to boss and boast. I'm trying to tell you that I was a damn fool also. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Come on, bro. I was a damn fool. I was into that. Come on, man. Had to go buy another suit and go look at suit, look at shoes, socks, shirts. Had to wear a certain type of shirt, certain type of suit, certain type of cologne on, bracelet on, ring on. Come on, man. Come on, man. And all that is what food. Azazel. And you're looking at these people in the church house, and they're following Azazel, and they're still dying of the different diseases and things. Okay, and this young man, he worked for Boots Mobile, and I don't know his name. And he coming over here from India. He coming for he one of us. He one of but he worship. He a Muslim. He say he a Muslim, and but you're in America. Then here another man. I told this another day, another man from Brazil, and he over in America. What y'all over here in America from? Do they not have food in Brazil? Does it not have food in Brazil? Don't they have women in Brazil? Don't the people have families and everything in Brazil? Do they not have the same thing in India? Come on, bro. Come on, man. They come over here for what? They come over here for what? To be a part of Babylon. And when they come over here, what they do? They bring their demons over here. Whatever demon that they serve, but all of them are under what? Azazel. Then they come over here, then they start buying the clothes and everything. And next thing you know, they gone to the mosque or whatever they call it. Next thing you know, they gone to the church and they dressed up and they have their family the same way, and all of them fighting behind who? Azazel. I did the same thing too. I did the same thing too. I had my little family, and that's what this. God serve Azazel. Man, thinking we're serving God. You're not serving God. You're serving wood and stone. You're serving everything Azazel. You're serving that statue, like most gracious Father told you. That's what you're serving, that statue. You're going to see, because when they build that temple and everything, and put that bread on that temple, they're doing it, not a problem. Yeah, they're going to sacrifice, and that's it. Man, I know something else. I ain't telling it to you now. But I ain't told it to you, but it probably went over your head. But anyway, I know when it's going to start. It has started already, but I know when the Lord God do his thing. Oh, yeah, I know. I don't know the exact date and exact hour, but I know what's going to happen, what's going to take place, and when it's going to be. I know those things. All right. Just finished reading that to you yesterday. When they take and sacrifice, they're going to put their hand on the wrong person. And when they kill that person, that's when the Lord God, that's when the most gracious Father said, now it's the judgment. And when they do that. I mean, I just told you that. I just read that to you about when they sacrifice that guy on the altar. That's their sacrifice. All right, well, all I can just tell it to you. Yeah. For I hope that they will come to me and not love and praise strange God, and not adhere to him whom they have not allowed it, but instead they have forsaken the mighty Lord. And that's why I tell you over and over again, come on, that's Jesus told you. Come out of her, my people, be not partaker of this of a sin. But he tell you, come out of these churches. He tell you, every church that they have something wrong with that church. And he tells you to come out of that church. But you don't want to do that. You want to be in the church house so you can pump up, proud, boastful, and I got this and I got that. Yeah. And what cracks me up is it tells them, yeah, because I was there too. Say, don't worry about it. Because when you first go in the church house, you're modest. You're modestly dressed, you have modest appraisal and everything. And you go in there like that, and God accept that. But then you stay there, next thing you know, you're buying suits, buying nice dresses and clothes and everything. And then you forget all about how you started off in the Lord God. Now you part of them, and whatever they tell you to do, you do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whatever they tell you to go, don't go in that neighborhood. You come from that neighborhood. You are part of those people, and you don't go there. That's how they got you. That's how you got you. You're going to pay for it. Yeah. The downfall of men who still remain, who follow the idols in their murders. For they shall petrify in the Bible. Why do you think they killed Cain? When Cain was talking about one of the reasons why they killed him, not so much as start talking about the war and how evil and wicked that war was. And they was murderers. And he started talking about it. But they shall petrify in the body of evil worm and Azazel, and burn with fire Azazel tongue. But that's another thing. I told you, they're going to have a draft. I told you in a dream, when that man came in a dream, I thought he was, he was in a wheelchair. So I thought he was in there with the meeting with all the rest of them. And they was in there talking about the war and what they was going to do, and they're going to have a draft and all like that. And he come rolling out there with that wheelchair. And then when he gets in the foyer or in the hall, whatever they all want to call that open space, and I'll get ready to open up the door to him and say, he said, they call y'all monkeys. Yeah, they call y'all monkeys in Paris, just like that. And I opened up that door for him, and then he rolled down that door. And then when he got down that door, he went down the embankment. I said, man, and next thing you know, because I was like, I'm getting this car or something. Boy, next thing I know, guys walk up at that, pull up that chair, put that chair in the back of that thing, in the back of that car and go home. You would never. Yeah, I'm just telling you, being greatly deceived, bro. And they're like I said, they're gonna have a draft. And if you go to that wall, don't expect to come back. No, don't expect to come back. I'm just telling you, all I can do is give it to you as he had and give it up to me. All right. I'm not going by what I have read. I go by what the Lord God has given me. Then when the Lord God has given me something, then he sent me to the scriptures the way to find it. I'm not, just mean that and that mean that in the scriptures and regurgitate the same scripture over and over again like people, Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, Catholic, or wherever they got it, and write it down and got it colored out and marked out. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. If the Lord God give it to me, I give it up to you. That's his spirit that he sent down to all ages, which is what? Prophecy. That he gave to all our fathers through the ages, through generation to generation. He gave that out to our fathers for us, for this time right now, so we can come back to him and know that, see through their lives and humble ourselves and start praising and worship him and stop worshiping the idols and the strange gods and listen to Azazel tongue. Because you listen to his tongue, and I see him on YouTube now and try to, amen, hallelujah, hallelujah, try to get you to go along. What their lives. That's what that's about. Yeah, let the church give 30 million applause. And you go right along there. That's Ezekiel tone that he's trying to get you to go along with. That's why King David said when I went, yeah, I like to slip when I went in the house of the Lord. That's what he tells me. King David knew all that and know that there was lying and everything in the church house and in the temple. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, well, all I can do is say, burn with the fire and say their tongue. For I hope that they will come to me and I be loved and praise the strange God. That's what y'all doing. And not have adhered to him of whom they were not allowed it, but instead they have forsaken the mighty Lord. And that's what it said. And now, I don't care if you get mad at me, because I'm serving God. And if I tell you something, about your hair, because the Lord God has showed me about, showed me and led me to where it said, yeah, it said, well, if you have all that false weave in your hair and everything, and you call somebody to sin because you have that hair, you're going to be strung up by your hair and Hades. You're going to put strung out your hair and hell, and the man who you led astray going to be right there, which I just finished reading that too. Yeah, and the prophet Paul. Now looking for one that died more better than that. One that says, come straight out and say, I'm hanging up on her by the hair. The man who committed fornication, adultery, was right up on him. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, all I can do is give it to you to the SCS gives it to you. But you don't want to hear that from me. You don't want to hear when I look on your video and I see where you have these different commercials on your video for you getting monies and things of that nature. Yeah, that's not of God. God didn't tell you to do that. What he told you, obey my voice. Okay. Then y'all who have these church houses, y'all that started and all like that, you better make sure God can in all the voice say, well, what's going to be the go ahead on and start your church. It's going to be a man church. I want you to go there and all. You better make sure that's of God and not of man and not of your own doing. Okay. All right. Well, the only reason why I'm doing this, why Lord God said, I'm going to give you a message to give to all brethren. And so this is the message. Then after I was obedient to that, then he gave me other messages. He gave me the message, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. So, then when I did that, he changed my name and gave me another message to give you, to warn you of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. To give you Deuteronomy chapter 28. Now, all this is of the Lord God. And I was so I kept on being obedient, kept on keeping his commandments, kept on keeping his holy covenant. Then he gave me this book, the prophet for our father Abraham. And I'm quite sure you're going to give me something else as long as I be obedient, keep his commandments and everything, going to reveal more unto me. All right, well, I'm hard to do it is tell you because, like I told you, I couldn't see the forest for the trees. And I was asking Lord God to show me what was going to happen. And all the time, he had already showed me what's going to happen. He already showed me what's going to be in the last days and the last time. And I already seen all that. But I'm still asking for something that he already showed me. Man, come on, bro. That's how they have you when you in these church houses and things like that. That's what Satan did. Adam and Eve already had the divinity. There was already part of the divinity, already part of the Godhead, already part of the age and everything. And Satan just come on along, right along the side, like the king with no clothes on. Man, just coming there and psych you up. That came there and took it all from him. He already had everything and took it all from him. Man, and Satan loves himself too. I don't think he's not. Because he had it all. And he went out down to serve man. And right now today, I told you the book about Adam and Eve, how you say, I'm gonna kill Adam and kill Eve, and we're gonna inherit the earth again, and God will have to come to us. That's what he said. Go read it. Man, go read it, yeah. That's why I say hate us, man. Say hate the hate of all that is good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we're gonna see. Keep watching. Keep watching. All right, the conclusion. The conclusion. Therefore, hear, O Abraham, and see. Lo, the 7th generation should go with thee. Now, this way shows you go to the book of Genesis, because y'all like the Bible, not knowing the Bible come from somewhere. This was before the Holy Bible, okay? All right. That's where those scriptures, this way they come from. Now, therefore, hear, O O Abraham, and see, lo, the 7th generation shall go with thee, and they shall go out into a strange land, and they shall enslave them and entreat them, and evil entreat them. Has that not happened? Or you've been not being evil entreated all over the world, where he has scattered you to the four corners of the earth? All right. Well, you're not in your land. As it was the hour of the age of ungodliness. So as it was the hour of the age of ungodliness, so that's how you know you're in the last hour of the age. Okay? Because what? Because all this ungodliness is right coming, man, it's gonna get worse than this. Jesus told you when you see these things, know that is the beginning of the sorrows. Because you still got the earthquakes to go through, you still got the pestilence to go through, you still got the beast killing you, man. You just in a third trumpet, a third home. That's all where you at. Oh yeah, that's what. Come on, man. You at the home where they take peace from the earth, so all the peace is being taken from the earth, and then all the other and gardens and all everything else is steadily rising up to the top, man. You know. Well, anyway, so that's how you know you're in the last hour of the age. That's how you know what the last hour of the age is. All right. Well, you go ahead on. You're in the 2nd year of the rumor. All right. First year, you're going to hear the rumor. 2nd year, you're going to hear the rumor. Then what? The 3rd year, what's going to happen? All right. Jesus said the first, you're going to have 3 days. 3 days of what? 3 days of what? It's 3 years. First year, 2nd year, and 3rd. Just like you told me. The first year, I'll come cut off your right hand. 2nd year, I'll come cut off your left. And 3rd year, what? I'm coming to knock your head off. It's going to come fast. All right, I'm just telling you. All right, because it's an easy thing. Just like God said, 2 billion people. So when God said 2 billion people, we looking at man's knowledge. And man wasn't understand. That's not God wasn't understand. Okay, well, just like he told you, say, yeah, he told I'm going to send you Elijah for a great breath of the Lord. You should turn the horse back to children horse back before at least what? I come and strike the earth with a curse. It's not the curse going back up on the earth. Come on, brother. See? But you're looking for something else when it's there before your time. You're looking for something proud and puffed up. Not just like when they were looking for Jesus. Man, come on, man. They were looking for another king or somebody with all that foolishness. And here come a lowly covetous. Yeah, and their Messiah, but their Messiah is coming with the bangs and the booms and all that. Yeah, their Messiah, you will see. You will see. Oh yeah. But the nation whom they shall serve, I will judge. The nation the nations, because that's who we serve, I will judge. And that's why I told you when he told me in all of voice on one more thing. I guess I'm gonna run across that dream again. On one more thing need to be left, the destruction of America. And you watching. You watching. Oh yeah. November's coming. Yeah. Well, you still in October. October just driving up, but November is coming. Yeah, it's coming. Okay. All right. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this one more thing out to you. Yeah, well, because he had, oh man, because he had given Azazel power. Yeah, he had given Azazel power that anybody listened to him, that they was going to fall up under his spell. And when you go in those church houses and things, that's what you do. You fall up under that spell. Yeah, you fall up under Azazel because God have given him that power. All right, okay. Well, let me see if I can find it to remind you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll remind you that that God has given him that power. All right. Let me see. Because that's what you listen to when you go in the church house. That's what you listen to. But people don't want, they don't understand that. You know, God told us, he said, don't listen to him. He told us, yeah, they don't listen to him. Because I have given him a certain power. Well, Let's see here. Let's go ahead. Giving him a certain power. Let me see if I can find it. I can find it. It's in here. It's in here to him. Don't listen. Don't listen to him. I gave him a certain. Everybody that listened to him, they fall under his spell. Okay. And everybody following up behind what? Azazel. That's what you're doing. But hey, who am I for you to listen to? But Elijah. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's see if I can find it. When I want to find this thing, they be right there. When I look for them, yeah, well, we'll all listen to them fall upon his spell, yeah. Let me see if I can find this. Oh yeah, well, I'm finished for the day, really. I'm just look for this, and then I'm out. I'm out. So remember that to come out those church houses and things, and if other people don't go backwards and forward with these people. Or tell them one time. When you tell them one time, or they ask you that, what you tell them, and then let them go along with that. Yeah. Let me see. I said, this is unguard, this is Azazel. He said to a disgrace be upon thee, Azazel, for Abraham, because he had not chosen and loved that dwell in unclean place. Lord, he made, hold up, wait. Wait a minute, I'll see. Wait, I want to make sure I got it right. Say, Lord, say, this is God, this is Azazel. He said to it, the grace be upon Azazel, for Abraham light is in heaven. And because Azazel, that's what Father Abraham is taking. I read that to he taking Azazel place in heaven. Wait a minute. All right. Wait a minute. Call from this man who came. But thou cannot lead him astray because he is an enemy to you, and those who follow thee in love what thou willest. So that's Azazel. Whoever follow him, they love him. Then I read that to you. For behold, the vessel which is in heaven is formed down. So he set aside for him. Wait, come on. No, for henceforth the eternal one had chosen thee. So, wait, man, come on. All right, here you go. Here you go. And the angel said to me, answer him not, for God hath given him power over those who do answer. Because that's what I'm saying. When you answer in Azazel, that's why they want to get you say amen and give God a praise in the church house and everything because of this. It said, the angel said to me, answer him not, for God has given him power, the will over those who do answer him. And that's what they're doing in the church house. You know, say amen and all that. You're not saying amen to God's word. You're saying amen to Azazel. Yeah, you singing and all them clapping and all that you're doing in the church. I used to do it too. Not knowing that I'm doing it to Azazel, but that's who taking over everything. Okay. Yeah. And the angel spake to me a second time and said, no, rather, however much he speak to thee, ask him not, that his will may have no free course in thee, because the eternal and mighty one had given him the way and will, and ask him not, and I did what it was commanded. See, God has given Azazel, just like I read, everybody who chooses Azazel way, everybody who want to go run in the church house and be a part of that, well, Azazel is over. Just tell him. All I can do is tell you how he has given it unto me. And hey, come out on him. I can read to you. Just like the statue. That statue and everything. And they're going to be coming to get you. Another thing, yeah, you have to know this. All is against who? Every evil and wicked spirit attack who? Israel. every evil wicked spirit, and he's selling armies, the Medes and the Persians and everything, not just destroying the United States, to be destroying the United States. But Israel is in the United States, and they're going to be trying to destroy it. Yeah, yeah. And the Lord God told him, said, what, the time of the Gentile. Yeah, the time of the Gentile. Then you got the 7 armies and Amorites going to come against who? Israel, man. Come on, man. Chapter 50, which I didn't read this to you before. It's not new. It's not new. It's the same old stuff. When I say old stuff, for me, it's not new. Yeah, well, because Lord God gonna destroy it all. He gonna destroy it. Declare among the nations, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 2. Declare among the nations, publish and set up on a stand, publish and conceal not. Say that Babylon is taken, Baal is confined. Say Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her image are broken in pieces. But out of the north coming a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and shall dwell depart both man and beast. And they keep telling me that who coming into the United States? They keep telling me that the Russians and China coming into the United States. Well, if you got 100% chaos that might come through this voting and stuff, then what's going to happen? Come on, man. Come on, man. If they come in here as a peacekeeper, and because you got to understand when those other places have voting fraud and all that, that's what they said. They're sending the United Nations into those people to make sure the voting goes right. So are you, is China part of the United Nations? Just asking. Man, all I can do is just ask. Well, then they're peacekeeping forces, so you don't think it's far-fetched for Russia and the United States, Russia and the Chinese into the United States, man. I read that to you. So how could they ever have done that? All right. Well, all I can do is tell you. Out of the north coming up a nation against her, which make her land desolate, none shall dwell in. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days, that time, said the Lord, the children of Israel shall come. They and the children of Judah together going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord their God. Now, not be doing that right now. Yeah, they should ask the way to Zion with their faces. This is what say, come. Let us join ourselves in the law of the perpetual covenant that should not be forgotten. So what is the perpetual covenant? The perpetual covenant, go to Jubilees chapter 2. The perpetual covenant, when the Lord God created the heaven and earth, and on the 7th day he rests. That is the covenant day. That's a perpetual covenant that shall be kept without. Have not I read that to you just recently? Okay. Jubilees, 2nd chapter of Jubilees. Go and read it. All right, I'm saying the people have been, my people have been a lost sheep. So who was the lost sheep? The shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their wrestling with. Israel, them talking about somebody coming, fly them away. Who I mean, you know, talk about Lord God coming and bring us back to Holy Mount Zion. Lord come back and bring us back to the place that was covenanted to us by our father Shem. All right, or our father Adam. How many are saying? All right. All that found them devoured them. The adversary said, we have feared not because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, that hope of their fathers. Who are our fathers? Did not our father serve the Lord God? Was not our hope, not our father hope in the Lord God? Come on, and what we have done, we have sinned against him. Why? Because we don't keep none of his commandments, doing everything just like the heathen. I just finished reading that too. All right, we want to serve the gods of wood and stone, are we not? All right, I'm just saying. That's all I can do is say. All right, move out the midst of Babylon, go forth out the name of the charities, and be as the ghosts before the fly. For though I will raise and cause up against Babylon similar great nations, that's plural, from the north country, they should set themselves in readiness, for then shall be taken. Her arrow should be as the mighty expert man, and none shall return back. I have read all this too. Because, yeah, because you were glad, because he rejoiced, or destroyer of my heritage, because you are gone fast as the heifer in grass of battle of the bull. So that's another thing. That's the pastors, the preachers. You see how fat and healthy and they are? Yeah, and then all the stuff they have gotten from who? From Israel. From doing what? From leading her astray. All right. I'm just telling you what's going on. Okay, well, and you refuse to let her go. I read that too, man. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, go read Jeremiah chapter 50 and chapter 51 and see all the evil that he had pronounced against Babylon, which we are in now. But you also got to understand you got other Babylons out there, the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon. Okay, well, they're out there also. Okay, well, I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. So all that's coming up against her. I'm not repeating it all to you. Because I have read it to you before. It's in one of my other videos. And also 51, the same thing I told you about. That's really New York City there. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's New York City. So I read those things to you before. I'm not just here for my, here to be here. I'm not. I'm just warning because you got water coming in. You got asteroids going to hit. You got comets coming in. You got a whole lot of stuff coming on the earth. The whole earth. Not just the United States, the whole earth. Because when you're, a lot of people look at these waves and they talk about what's going to happen. Well, if you're hitting the ocean, it's hitting the Pacific or Atlantic Ocean. Well, doesn't it sprays out? Doesn't it goes out? Not just one way? I'm just asking. Yeah, they felt the way when that tsunami and stuff hit Japan. They felt that on the west coast of the United States. And when Warren would hit, Warren would come do the whole world. It's not going to do some of the world, but do the whole world. And when I saw that asteroid, or whatever you say, hit Brazil, yeah, I saw it hit Brazil. I saw it when it flew into that statue they got up there. Christ, they're supposed to get. So I said, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. Like I told you, when I saw those horses. And I saw the pale horse and his rider. I saw the beige horse, and I saw all the horses. And he showed me all them horses. Man, the reason why I'm telling you now to bring it back to your remembrance, and you're going to have a lot of people start having those dreams and visions now. And, that's the confirmation. If you listen to my videos since last year when I started, and I told you all these dreams, now these people start bringing up these dreams, and then that's the confirmation of it. I'm just telling you. Nothing, just telling you. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we know that the 12 hours started when? 2012. And just count it up. And then we're in the last hour of the age. But a lot of people don't understand about the 8th day. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand about Esau and Jacob. Esau is the end, and Jacob is the beginning. It's like that's why I read to you about the hour of the age of righteousness is brought. See, as the age of ungodliness, Lord God said, I rise up the wicked and destroy forever. So as the wicked rising up, righteousness is rising up also. Okay, that's why he told you Esau is the ending and Jacob is the beginning. I'm reading to you. I have time for me to go. I know it's time for me to go. I'll read it to you again, but that's what the Lord God says in the age of what? The age of righteousness. Man, come on. I can do it more better than this, but I'm going to give you the other part. When it's time for me to give you the other part, I'll give it better. I can give it to you better than this. Yeah, but you're probably over. All right, let me see. Okay. Yeah, because the age of righteousness is rising. I just said it, just read it to you. Yeah, let me see. them in this age. Let's see where I just read this to you, man. But that's what it is. Like in an ungodly age, the age of righteousness is stolen. That's what it is. Yeah, I didn't lost it now. Have to go back and look for it. But that's what it's doing. Yeah. Say, yeah, here you remember that saw and saw being again worship relief ran to the heathen people proceed from thee in the last days, in the 12th hour, the age of ungodliness. Okay, so while the age of ungodliness is what is up, what's coming at my final age of self-command and God generally that called me is the age of righteousness. See? Man, ungodliness will rise up. Why? Because righteousness is rising also. I just read it to you. I haven't lost it now. Let's see how. Let's see. I saw it beaten and worship. Yeah, people proceed in the last day, the 12th hour, the age of ungodliness, final age, and our generation saw it in the people, and changed their counsel, saw it merged left side. The heathen set hopes in there, and their source right side. Others saying the 12th there. See, that was it. He, however, is testing those who have worshipped him of thy seed in the 12th hour of the end, with the view of shortening of the age of ungodliness, before the age of righteous begin to grow. See, before the age of the righteous beginning to grow. Because like I tell you, everything is like seed time and harvest. Everything's like that, seed time and harvest. So the age of righteousness has begun. That's what he tells you. When one age in, and next one, it's just like the sun. Even though the sun is setting on this side of the world, it's rising on the other side. Is it not? Come on, man, I just learned that. Yeah, Lord God, this because I was just like everybody else, and so much of a rush in a hurry to do what? To get stuff that build me not. Yeah, more junk to put in my house that I ain't gonna never use, never do nothing with it, just have it sit there. And I go work there every day and see something come on television, or somebody say, oh, I would like to have that, and go get that, and that's what he does. Just like buying the Mona Lisa. Down there billions of dollars, you pay for it. All you can do is stay up there and look at it. Can't do nothing for you. Can't do nothing for your soul, can't do nothing. Well, I guess it can do destroy it. But that's how we are. That's how we are. Because why? Is Zazel in charge? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zazel tell you, go put on your clothes. That's what he tell you. Go put on your church clothes. They got Bible study. Like, oh yeah. Put on your clothes and jump in your vehicle, you take your shower, bed, whatever you do. Then you got your hair cut, dye, fried either side, however you have it done. And then you go and I used to do it too. Go down there to the church out, listen to Bible stuff you've been hearing all your life. And why say, see brother so-and-so over there, man, my brother so-and-so, he has cancer. See sister so-and-so over there, she's sick. Pray for her. Then they got to sit and say, oh, y'all pray for the sick and the shed. But I thought we're supposed to be serving the Lord that God, and he's supposed to heal us. Send one of his prophets or disciples to heal us. So why is this not happening? Same thing with the imams and the monks and Buddhists and everything. Oh, we gonna go light some incense and pray for Buddha for same thing the Catholic Church. We're gonna go light some candles and pray for them. Yeah. I was with that foolishness also until Lord God, I got out of it. When I got out of that church house and determined, I started back keeping the Sabbath because I knew it was Sabbath, but I didn't know it was a covenant. And then he started, I can tell you all the time, he started showing me that it was a covenant. I started keeping the covenant, and everything started to change. I had to tell somebody that today. Now you got the medical records, go look at them, just like they do that man, Dr. Sunday. I think that's his name. And you got the medical records, go look, go see. And you know you want to go look to see, go ahead. Go look and see if it's not the truth or not. The law go on. I start keeping this holy covenant. Every word, as I start overcoming, he start giving it to me. As I got out the church house and everything, start giving it. That's why I can go right now and tell you and read that story about the statue. And that's coming. Yeah, and a statue. Because everybody always tell you about the statue with what Nebuchadnezzar saw. Not telling that. Yeah, well, it's all that what the Lord God said, the dream and all that is sure, but what is the statue? Now you should know what that statue means. Yeah, and that's what that statue means. That's God. Yeah, that's God telling you what that statue is, and that's what they're doing. And when you go look at Jerusalem Post, yeah, go look at that J Post and see. Yeah, go look at that corn where they took it. They took it that's a peach pack. You know, they say God said you're gonna divide Israel, and he's gonna divide you. Yeah, well, that's what they did. We ain't talking about that piece of dirt over there, Israel. We talking about the people. You know, we're gonna divide you. You're gonna do it. Bless Israel, and God bless Israel, and God gonna bless you. Well, you've been giving them money, I guess that's your blessings. And y'all been praying and going over there all the years. So where's the blessing? The United States still up in the uproar. All the world is in uproar. And y'all still blessing Israel. Yeah, well, they demon about they Messiah about to arrive. Well, you hear now about to be revealed. Then what you gonna do there? I mean, I'm just telling you. I mean, all I can do is tell you, with all your knowledge and wisdom, get what? Understand. I was doing the same thing on my way to hell. Same thing. That's what I was doing. And now when somebody's calling, no, so and so, he had a stroke. And he's been in church house all his life. Reading the Bible, deacon in the church, or pastor in the church, or teacher in the church, whatever. All his life, he had a stroke. I thought he was supposed to be serving God. I mean, all I'm doing is just telling you. You know, and same thing with me, found that stuff in me all my life, probably. And I was still getting sick. But I thought God was supposed to heal you. I thought he's a healer. That's how they say you got healed. You ain't keeping this holy covenant, you haven't keeping his commandment. What do he say? What do he say if you ain't keeping his holy covenant and his commandment? What does he say? Well, let's find out. Well, I mean, let's go. I'm not going all the way back there first. So first, I'm going to go right into Malachi, chapter 4, verse 5. Look what he said. Yeah, well, for behold, the day comes shall burn as an oven, and all proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubborn. And all the day that comes shall burn them up, the Lord of hosts, that shall leave them neither root nor branch. That means you're going to take them all out. The wicked, Esau children, all those that choose Azazel ways, y'all will be taken out. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. And you shall go forth and go up like calves of the stall. And you shall tread down the wicked, for there shall be ashes on the sole of your feet in the day that I shall do this, say the Lord of hosts. Now, here we go. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, when I command ye here in Horeb for all of Israel with the statutes and the judgments. So let's go there. Yeah, well, let's go there. We got to go in the Deuteronomy. I mean, I go to 28, but I mean, this more than chapter 28, but that's where I go at. Go to chapter 28, because that's where the statutes and the judgments are they not? Right. So let's go to 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Yeah, well, that's what he said. He said, that's what he said for all of Israel. He said, it should come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all these commandments which I command thee in this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. And all things, and all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. But not that when you say all these blessings should come upon thee and overtake thee, would that be? That mean The blessing going to overtake the judgments if you repent and start doing it. And then he tell you where he blessed you should be at. Yeah, that's what he tell you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're not going to be sick. You're going to be well. Your fruit, everything going to be go good with you. Yeah, yeah. But then you learn now, yeah, well, and the Lord may be the head, not the tail. But yeah, thou shalt go aside from any of these words where I command thee this day to the right hand unto the left, and go after other gods to serve them. Which will the other gods you serve? You serve who? Azazel. Come on. But it shall come to pass that thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God to observe and do all this commandment and the statute will I command thee this day. All these curses shall come up upon thee and overtake thee. All right. So that's what we say. We say, yeah, that's the Lord said. So all these curses, when you look in the church house, synagogue, sanctuary, high place, temple, you see all these curses have been overtaking these people. But you don't want to believe. Listen to this one. We go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with consumption and with fever, inflammation, stream burning, with the sword, the blast, and the mildew, and shall pursue you, shall pursue thee until thou perish. And then is not that what that means? Hey, come on, man. My time is up. Yeah, that's what that means. And the people have strokes and diabetes and high blood pressure and all that to win. And that pursue them to win till they die. But you're not keeping his holy covenant, you're not keeping his holy commandment. Because he told you even when you repent and start back keeping his holy covenant, holy commandments, then what's going to happen? Then the statute's going to overtake the judgment. He's going to restore you back as the first. That's why he tell you, come out of my people, out the church house, synagogue, sanctuary, come out of my people, be not partakers of our sin. He tell you the same thing over and over again, but you want it. Oh, marvelous stuff. This is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saying, Lord, host, I'm Elijah. Until next time.